Rudolph Escharf, goddamn pussy, did not even get to see a proper fight. He freaking ran away. Like, he freaking ran away before anything even happened. I was like, when I went to this episode, I was expecting, you know, Kyoji to just, like, kick his ass, or at least, like, show some badass shit. But, the first second we get into this episode, all that's done already. It's finished. We didn't get to see nothing. Nothing. I mean, like, we just hear about it. You know? We hear about it from Yukina, and we hear about it from Kyoji. He was like, yeah, I remember last night. And she was like, yeah, I remember last night. What happened there? And he's like, yeah, my familiars don't listen to me. She's like, oh, that's cool. And we didn't get to see none of that. We get none of that fucking, what the... Did budget cuts, man? Is this budget cuts here? Where's the animation? I want to hear, like, a flashback. I want to see a flashback. I feel like Yukina in this, like, is Yukina getting progressively more meek as we're going? I mean, is she getting, like whittled down? Like, when she was talking to Kyoji and they're about to fight, you know, Rudolph, she was like, you know, promise me you'll never, you know, leave me or something like that. And I was like, no. And he was all saying stuff about, you know, he'll never, like, you know, abandon her or nothing. And I was like, this has got to be the corniest shit ever. And if this ever, like, I feel like it's giving guys a false expectation of how to actually, you know, talk to women. Because I've never seen this shit ever go down this way. I mean, usually don't girls like have expectations and they just, like, you know, fucking, they don't just say, oh, if he says nice things to me, I'm gonna date him. I'm gonna, like, have feelings for him too. It doesn't work that way, man. It doesn't work that way. I don't know, maybe it does for some women, but for most women, I swear it does not work that way, okay? So, towards the end of this episode, they finally fight. Rudolph fights with, you know, Yukina and Kyoji, who cannot, you know, if I can leave her alone. So they start fighting, and we learn that apparently his homunculus familiar called Astarte, like, she's apparently infused with a familiar, and it causes her to, you know, decay and die at a really fast rate. So she'll be dead in like a couple weeks. And, you know, the weird thing is, for some reason, this really pisses off Kyoji. I mean, like, really, he goes fucking ape shit after he hears that, you know, this girl's being used in that way. And for me, it's like really weird because, I mean, this series so far has been, like, giving us so much assumptions about each character, and it doesn't seem to be fully fleshed out. It would make sense if he said this after we have a flashback of him experiencing it firsthand of why this kind of situation is really horrible or bad. But, like, at face value, like, just to react that way all of a sudden, it makes no sense. I mean, we need literally some character build-up here before you can have this kind of extreme emotions. This is why I have a hard time grasping Yukina's, you know, naive personality. And also why I have a hard time grasping Kyoji's personality as well. Because it doesn't seem there's enough build-up, you know? It doesn't seem there's enough build-up to show that this is why she's like this. And it doesn't show, I mean, like, all the things we learned about her, she should be this fucking badass, one-eyed, fucking scarred, you know, swordsman with a bunch of blades sticking out, all, like, fucking throwing swords out of her fucking, you know, sleeves, you know? I mean, at this point, she's like this meek high school kid, and we ever wonder, our only question is, like, why the hell did they pick this girl, you know, to supervise the fucking, you know, progenitor of all vampires, you know? That makes no sense, okay? I mean, there's that, and, I mean, there's, like, the fight near the end was not really, I would say, a fight. It was more like a fucking one-sided massacre, but it was, like, a fucking ridiculous. When Rudolph was about to kill Yukina, okay, he was like, at least, you know, Yukina, you get to die by a human's hand, and fucking, you know, Kyoji gets in there and gets fucking, you know, fucked up, right? But, I mean, like, what the fuck happened after that? I'm gonna kill Yukina, but, I mean, since I accidentally, you know, fucking chopped Kyoji's head off, I think that's good enough. I'll just fucking leave now. This goddamn, you know, I don't know if this, like, anime is, like, expecting people to have, like, you know, goddamn short attention spans, but I can, you know, fucking remember, like, 5 minutes ago what the fuck he just said, okay? I can remember 5 minutes ago what the fuck he just said. Alright? And he said he's gonna fucking kill Yukina, not accidentally kill Kyoji and call it a day, alright? Fucking memory span of a goldfish. This episode right now, it's like, it has some parts where it just generally makes you just laugh because you have no fucking idea why they're going this direction. So Kyoji's now headless, his blood is everywhere. Yukina is now fucking traumatized. You know, she just stood there watching him die for like 2 minutes, literally. It was like pow, and then like all the way down, and she was just like, look at that, you know, just like fucking out of it, fucking on drugs or some shit. Katsukochi, is he dead? You know, are people gonna ask me that? Probably. Okay, probably. Especially after, you know, some fucking, it's possible. It's possible. Do I think he's dead? No, obviously not. Okay, there's like 2 reasons why I don't think he's dead. 1, he's still in the opening introduction, and it's only episode 3. 2, it's because he's a vampire, guys. Vampires don't die that fast. Vampires get their heads chopped off and be completely fine. They just pop it back on. Blood just seeps in and just, you know, fucking ties it back on his head. Like a necklace. Since he's the progenitor, he's supposed to be a super vampire. Maybe one of his familiars will come out of the grave and, you know, save his life. Or maybe we'll just get one of those, you know, freaking, like, fast forwards, and we won't even get to see it. Like, next episode, he'll just be alive, and they won't even explain how he came back to life. They might just say, oh, he's alive, guys. Don't worry, you know? You can just ignore what the fuck happened last episode. So, episode 3 of Strike on Blood. Literally fucking no clue what direction this series is going. It seems to be like, I would say it's getting better. I say that very loosely because, I mean, right now this doesn't really have much of a fucking bar to pass to actually get better. But it's getting better, especially with the decapitations. So I would say, hopefully, next episode 4, they actually show us. Don't fucking do this shit where you just fucking skip the scene and pretend, you know, the viewer doesn't need to see it, okay? I fucking want to see him either fucking regenerating his body or fucking some crazy ass shit spawn from his dead ass corpse and resurrect itself like the fucking phoenix or some shit. So, episode 4, here we go.